you all coming out. We got you guys ready to shoot out, I guarantee. So thank you for coming out. We're going to kick things off in the tag team match. It is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Your referee is Jim Brad. Introducing first, from parts unknown, weight unknown, ladies and gentlemen, the masked Fippers number 4 and 5. In their opponent, at a total combined weight of 496 pounds, from Sarasota, Florida, Eric Stevens, and his partner from Tampa, Florida, Steve Madison.
It is August 6, 2005, and the FIP Mobile Studio rolls into Bushnell, and it is tag team action starting early as Steve Madison and Eric Stevens take on masked Fipper number 4 and number 5. I'm Lenny Leonard, along with my partner Dave Prazak, and we are underway in a hurry.
It's getting hot in here, Lenny Leonard. Please keep all of your clothes on. But my contract stipulated air conditioning, and I don't think Steve Madison thought that he was going to be the victim of a double team hip toss at the hands of Fippers tonight.
Is that 4 or 5?
4 and 5 as a part of this tag team matchup. Of course, last night we saw the formation of the Steve Madison, Eric Stevens tandem as a unit here in Full Impact Pro. A very dangerous combination. Nice ace crusher there, right there from the Modern Miracle.
Catches the Fipper coming out of the corner with the ace crusher. There you see on the outside the insurance policy, as he's known, Eric Stevens, and the Modern Miracle, Steve Madison, all over Fipper number 4 here.
Both Madison and Stevens, very intimidating individuals, but very powerful, and people need to take notice of exactly what they are set out to do here in Full Impact Pro. You don't want to mess with two guys the size of Stevens and Madison.
Stevens very impressive on his own, but Madison came within just a split second of becoming an FIP heavyweight champion here last night against Homicide.
Oh, it certainly gave Homicide a run for his money.
And then what a brawl outside the ring after that match was over. James Gibson coming out and getting right back in the face of Steve Madison.
I wonder if we're going to see an unmasking here. Will we see the identity of Fippers 4 and 5?
It's Viano number 3 under the mask.
No, it is not. I know that Dick Togo was one of the earlier Fippers on a previous event, but that's neither here nor there.
Eric Stevens in control of Fipper number 4. Snaps him over with the suplex.
I wonder if the Fippers thought that they would have an easy night, come here and just start fipping it up and have a good time and come up with a victory. But I don't think that they have too much of a chance with double team maneuvers like that.
Catches him coming out of the corner with that clothesline while he was being held by Steve Madison. Excuse me, by Eric Stevens. Madison came out of the corner, and it is all Madison and Stevens here in our early opening event here in Bushnell.
Fans, really strong turnout here for our first event here in Bushnell.
Hard scoop and a slam by Madison. Setting him up. Tag to Stevens. Leg drop off the ropes, and Stevens comes in.
Working as a tag team here. Follows up with a knee drop off the second. Nicely done.
Creation of the old bombs away there by Madison and Stevens. Side Russian leg sweep, taken over with like an STO there. Cover. 2.5, and Fipper number 5 makes the save.
Pile driver coming up.
Spiked him right on top of his head.
The Fippers are laying on the canvas in a world of pain. It's just a matter of seconds here, Lenny Leonard, before Steve Madison and Eric Stevens pick up the first win of many here in Full Impact Pro for Double Team Strategy. Backdrop driver X-Baller combo.
And that is gonna do it. Steve Madison and Eric Stevens victorious in their first teaming here in FIP.
Eric Stevens and the Miracle Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to introduce the head of DP Associates, Mr. Dave Braysack, along with Samoa Joe. That's right, and Mr. Milo Beasley. Don't forget
The DP Associates acquired the new Dawn last month, and it is now a fine-tuned unit. Not only does DP Associates have the FIP Tag Team Champions, Fast Eddie and Jimmy Ray, not only do we have CM Punk under our umbrella, but we've got Samoa Joe. This is the toughest man in Bushnell. This is the toughest man any of you morons will ever lay your eyes on. And there's no one on the Full Impact Pro roster that can take him out. So I issue an open challenge. If there's anybody in that locker room that thinks they stand a chance with Samoa Joe, bring your ass on out here. No, where are you?
Last night, Samoa Joe, you fat coconut eater. You interfered, that's right, the fat coconut eater. The fat coconut eater. You are. You eat stickers too. Look at it. What are you talking about? Hey. Go a little higher there, fat boy. What are you talking about? You interfered in my match, and tonight, I'm gonna kick your big rough.
You think?
Come on!
You think you can?
Come on!
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
your referee is Billy the Kid.
All right, Joe.
Samoa Joe against Ace Steel.
Take out Samoa Joe. Come on.
Well, an impromptu matchup here between Samoa Joe and Ace Steel. Samoa Joe with Dave Prazak in his corner. Once again, Prazak leaving me high and dry in the broadcast booth as he makes his way to the ring with a member of DP Associates. Ace Steel last night wrestling his former protege CM Punk at Heatstroke Night 1 in Crystal River. Samoa Joe costing him that matchup, interfering, clipping the knee while he had CM Punk in a bad way with the ref's back turned, costing him the matchup, so he comes out tonight wanting a piece of the Samoan submission machine. Collar and elbow tie up, back in the corner, Samoa Joe backs him in, referee counting away. Steel ducks the chop and fires away with a chop of his own. Forearm shot rocks Joe. And a snapmare by Crazy Ace. Clubbing blow across the front of the chest. Raking at the back of Joe. Ace Steel's a guy who can wrestle you toe-to-toe if you want. But if you want to break the rules, he can do that too. Again, ducks the chop. And fires away on one of his own at Joe and a forearm shot. Brings the big man out of the corner, Joe hard. Follows him up with a clothesline, nowhere for Joe to go.
Come on, Joe.
Staggers down into the corner. And it is all Ace Steel in the early going here. Referee Billy Dalton looking on. Winds up the elbow right to the top of the head.
Stay in this thing, Joe. Come on.
Drives him head first to the top buckle.
Hey,
Now just choking away with that tape. Billy Dalton, I don't think he sees it. Milo Beasley on the outside. Mr. Milo Beasley, I apologize. No way to talk about the vice president of DP Associates. Have to show the fake homeless crippled man some respect. Back heel trip by Steele. Pulling away at the face of Samoa Joe. He has that arm trapped, now driving the elbow right into the top of the shoulder blade.
Get him off, get him off, get him off.
Driving Joe down, able to make it to the ropes and force the break. And a slap to the back of the head of my partner.
Keep it back from me, Milo!
And again, he's got that wrist tape wrapped around the head and throat of Samoa Joe. Has the side headlock. Joe takes him out of the corner. Fires him off. Shoulder tackle, nobody goes down.
Come on, Joe!
Steele off the ropes, another shoulder tackle, and the big man won't flinch. Stomps on the foot, down goes Joe. Crazy Ace outsmarting Samoa Joe here early on. Drags the big man out of the corner. Looking to the crowd. They want him to kick him. And instead drops down with a headbutt. Apparently does not like the smell. Ace Steele, of course, many tours in Japan with Pro Wrestling Noah, as he now just stomps across the chest and stomach of Joe. Boot to the face. Also does some work for WLW, the World League Wrestling, out of Missouri for former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. He's one of the trainers there at WLW. Fires Joe into the corner. Crazy Ace getting ahead of steam. Nobody home, and he's hung up. Joe to the corner. Baseball slide drop kick to the chest. Ace Steele, one of the original trainers of CM Punk. Back in '99 at the Steel Domain Training Center in Chicago. They traveled all over the country together. And they've both made their way here to Full Impact Pro. And it is Samoa Joe now going to work on Ace Steele. Samoa Joe victorious last night in Crystal River against Spanky. Steele, though, firing back. And Joe goes to the eyes. Headbutt by Joe, and Steele gets rocked.
Beautiful, Joe, beautiful!
Kick to the midsection. And a second. Ace now slumped against the bottom rope as Samoa Joe starts to assert himself. Has him by the hair. Fires him into the corner. Joe with a head of steam, running knee strike to the side of the head. Nowhere for Steele to go. Now Joe just choking away. Milo Beasley. It's a miracle. Milo Beasley gets out of the wheelchair. Stop it. Stop me if you've seen this before. Razak and Beasley attacking Steele behind the referee's back. Snapmare by Joe.
Ref, I think you need to ask him.
He is now looking to wear down Ace Steele. Use that size advantage to sap the strength of his opponent.
Ask him, Ref, ask him.
The more weakened state he can get his opponent in, the more susceptible they are to that rear naked choke. Steele, however, able to get back to his feet, firing away with elbows to the midsection. Off the ropes, runs into a back elbow and gets knocked down hard. Crowd momentarily able to get excited as Ace Steele mounted a flurry, only to be cut off by Samoa Joe. Hard scoop and a slam by Joe. And then drives all 280 pounds, knee first to the chest. Hooks the leg. Steele able to kick out. Prazak on the outside, wanted a faster count.
Come on, Joe!
But Steele able to fight his way back up. Forearms and chops. And Joe with the fingers to the eyes. Hard scoop and a slam by Joe, bringing him out of the corner the hard way. Samoa Joe gonna climb the ropes. Leaping off the second rope, and Steele gets the boot up right to the chin of Joe. Can Steele follow up here though? Both men back to their feet. Clothesline staggers Joe off the ropes after the forearm. Clothesline knocks him down. And a second takes the big man off his feet. Steele on the second rope. Drop kick knocks down Joe. Jackknife cradle. Only able to get two. Brings Joe out of the corner. Steele charging in. Drop kick right to the face. Nowhere for Joe to go. Northern Light suplex with a bridge. And Joe able to kick out.
Not gonna beat Samoa Joe like that.
Steele once again climbing up to the second rope. Joe staggers to his feet. Steele with Joe in the corner. Swinging DDT. Hooks the leg. No referee. Prazak's distracting him. Adam Pearce makes his way to the ring. Scrap iron Adam Pearce. Pile driver. He just spiked Ace Steele on top of his head. Prazak down on the floor. And there's the rear naked choke from Joe. Ace Steele is pretty much unconscious at this point thanks to Adam Pearce. And now Samoa Joe, it's just a matter of time and he's out.
That's right.
Samoa Joe with the victory thanks to Adam Pearce.
Here's your winner, Samoa Joe.
You can't do that to DP Associates, Ace Steele.
We really didn't have our head on the swivel. A few more steps.
Superstar Shawn, fabulous Shawn, of Heart
Greatest tag team in all of wrestling is here at FIP. Tag team scramble. It doesn't matter. Everybody's going down. You gotta go look at that, baby. Shut up, dollface.
From Atlanta, Georgia, 207
partner from Orlando, Florida, 191 pounds.
Let's go, baby, 630.
Introducing the 5 participants.
They're from Buffalo, New York. At a total combined weight of 389 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Dunn and Marcos. Come on, come on, baby!
Come out of the way for a second. Let's go roll right now. What a real man looks like. Right here, baby. You want me. You know you love me.
We are underway here. Three-way dance, tag team style. It's the Heartbreak Express against Dunn and Marcos, the Ring Crew Express, against the brand new tag team of Jay Fury and Mr. 630 Jarrell Clark.
The brand new Tag Team Express. Waiting on the apron as now it's Dunn and Marcos getting up and over to the apron, but staying on their feet.
There is shoulder blocks from the outside in. Up and over they go, off the ropes, head of steam. Drop kick by Marcos, forearm by Dunn, and the Express go to the floor.
Which one? Oh, the Heartbreak. Yeah.
You're just jealous.
I see lots of pink. I see some purple. I see Jarrell Clark coming into the ring and trying to catch Dunn from behind.
Roll up there, Clark off the ropes, up and over. Ducks the clothesline. Somersaults over the top to the floor, wiping the Heartbreak Express out.
After letting all of this go, now we're seeing some good agility from Jay Fury connects with the drop kick.
A lot of speed by both the competitors in the ring at that time. Jay Fury able to connect with that drop kick. Marcos in, spinning head scissors takes him down. Falcon Arrow, nicely done, cover. Only able to get two as Sean Davis makes his way into the ring for the Heartbreak Express.
All three teams really want this victory. You know, Jay Fury and Jarrell Clark have really brought out the best in one another as opponents. See what they're able to do as a tag team.
Superstar Sean just crushing him in the corner. And ass right to the face. Oh my God.
I think that's trademarked, but right now Marcos' face has seen better days.
Boot to the face and a Pele kick to the top of the head. Hard chop to the chest. Dunn and Jarrell Clark just trading shots in the center of the ring. Clark now gaining the advantage. Fires him off the ropes. Clothesline attempt blocked.
Glory bomb drops him chest and face first down to the canvas. Cover.
And Jay Fury in to break it up. Jarrell Clark sent off the ropes, no, puts on the brakes, goes through the legs. Up handle slam, up and over he goes.
And in comes Jay Fury for some double team strategy.
No tag here.
Yeah,
referee giving him a lot of
no
latitude
tag.
here. Your favorite referee, Jim Bragg.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't make a tag. He just sort of entered the ring, and now it's double teams aplenty.
Nicely done. Tag team STO almost there.
Nicely done, illegal STO right there. That one him out of the ring, ref.
4 men in the ring now. Swinging neck breaker. Dumps Jarrell Clark right on his head. Jay Fury firing him with the kicks. Ducks the enziguri. Does done. Boot to the face. Super kick.
Double team maneuver coming up from the RCE. Assistant senton.
Hooks the leg. Superstar Sean breaks it up. Referee allowing a lot of attitude here in this matchup.
Or he's just incompetent. Have I mentioned that this referee was the one that
Cost you the ROH title. Yes, I know. Clothesline off the ropes from Sean. Miraculously, the ropes did not break.
Did last night.
And that was when you guys lost your non-title
You don't need to
matchup
bring that
to
up.
the Ring Crew Express.
There was no loss because the ring wasn't regulation. But those are some regulation drop kicks that send Fabulous Phil to the floor, leaving Sean Davis to fall prey to Jarrell Clark and Jay Fury.
You wouldn't think that this is the first time these guys have teamed up together, and they just put away Superstar Sean. And they have won this matchup.
Great opponents and almost even better as a tag team combination. Nicely done work by Jarrell Clark and Jay Fury.
When he says, we're the Heartbreak Express, we're the sexiest men to ever step foot in this one-horse town, but we're the greatest tag team in all of wrestling. Yeah.
Fans, at this time, I would once again like to introduce the head of VP Associates, along with Adam Pierce, Mr. Dave Braysack. That's right.
This is why I'm the man.
That's why he's the man.
First of all, you people shut your mouths. Shut your mouth. If you don't shut your mouth, I'm gonna come out there and put something in it. Now, all of you idiots saw a little punk by the name of Andrea jump on the sweat bag. You suck! Why don't you jump in the ring and jump on the line and fall back for wrestling?
singles competition here. Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, along with my partner again on the outside, DP Dave Prazak. Singles action here, and Azrael is off in a hurry. Of course, Adam Pearce made his FIP debut last night at Heatstroke Night 1. Falling to Sal Renaro. On the outside, chopping Azrael, nobody home. Slamming his hand against the ring. And now Azrael going right to work on the arm. Driving it across the guardrail. Again into the ring post. Azrael, of course, a charter member of CM Punk's New Dawn until he was sold out to Dave Prazak and DP Associates back in St. Petersburg in June. Stomping on the hand is Azrael. Azrael believed in CM Punk, thought the New Dawn and CM Punk stood for something. The geeks, the freaks, the mathletes of the world uniting together for the common good. All just a ruse, a cunning attempt at trickery by CM Punk to get what he wants, and that is a whole fat wallet full of cash, courtesy of Mr. Dave Prazak on the outside. And Adam Pearce is in trouble early on at the hands of the suicidal demon Azrael. But Azrael sets too soon, looking for that back body drop, and he gets caught with a neck breaker by the Scrap Daddy himself. Boot to the face by Pearce. Shut up! Pearce once again aligned with CM Punk, a Chicago native. Pearce started back in 96, trained by Sonny Rogers in Chicago. Boot to the chest. Mainly wrestling throughout the Midwest before relocating to California back in 2001 as he pitches Azrael on the outside to the waiting arms of Dave Prazak, who's just going to work on Azrael, now firing him back into the ring. Yeah, no, I didn't do anything, Mr. Referee. Oh, what a cocky cover by Pearce. Standing across the chest while flexing for the fans. Suplex attempt inside cradle. Only able to get two, and then clotheslined out of his boots by Pearce. Pearce with an obvious size advantage here on Azrael. Azrael has got to use his quickness here. Pearce doing the wise thing, trying to slow the man down. Grabbing that rear chin lock. Forcing Azrael to carry all of Adam Pearce's weight. I said Pearce out of Chicago served as a bit of a mentor to CM Punk during the early part of Punk's career after being trained at the Steel Domain by Ace Steel. Driving the boot to the midsection. Excuse me, check the knee to the midsection. Driving all the oxygen out of the chest and now choking him across the second rope. And Prazak again involving himself, choking Azrael, while Pearce has the referee, Billy Dalton, distracted on the other side of the ring. Scooping a slam from Pearce. He says that's it. Climbing up to the second rope. Looking to drop the fist here. Nobody home. Azrael out of the way. That already injured hand crashing to the canvas. And it ends the gurney to the back of the head by Azrael. He said early on, he's a mentor to CM Punk during the early part of Punk's career. You know, in a lot of ways, people who know both these guys will tell you the reason CM Punk is the way he is right now is because of Adam Pearce and the influence Pearce had on Punk earlier in his career, and Azrael going to work with right hands. Back elbow knocks him down, and a drop kick takes Pearce off his feet. flurry of offense from Azrael here, and he's going to climb the corner. Firing right hands with the approval of the crowd. Series of right hands, staggers Adam Pearce in the corner. Reversal though, Azrael sent to the corner. Pearce follows him in and runs into a boot.
It's over!
Azrael going to the top. His head going through the ceiling. Razak grabbing the ropes, crotching him on the top. Not such a wise move by Azrael, hitting his head on the ceiling there. That low overhang here in the building in Bushnell. And now Adam Pearce looking for the pile driver. And he plants him right in the center of the ring. Striking Azrael on top of his head. And a 1, 2, 3. Adam Pearce picks up the victory over Azrael.
He's your winner, Stripper Adam Pearce.
Keep on it! Bring him back!
Don't you do it, Adam.
Keep on it! Keep on it!
Where's that foul?
Oh, right! No!
Get out of here. Come on, Punk, get out of here. What's the matter with you? Don't you do it. No. Come on, get out of here.
The beatings will continue!
Hey, Steele and Azrael, there's nothing you can do. Just like Dave Prazak just said, the beatings will continue until morale improves. And morale's not going to improve in a nothing happening town like Bushnell.
That's right!
At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Antonio Banks.
First of all, I don't know if anyone else did this, but I want to be the first wrestler to personally thank you for coming out to see us tonight. Thank you very much. You know, I was born and raised in Miami, Florida, and I've been up and down I-75, I-95, and I've worked in a lot of these little towns and burgs, but this is my very first time in Bushland. And I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be a hometown guy, and I'm glad to know that I'm going to have your support tonight. I gotta bring you guys up to speed on something. Last night we were in Crystal River. Okay, somebody from Crystal River. And there's a guy who calls himself the Soul Assassin, Rain Man. We tagged up last night. He was my partner. I trusted him, he trusted me. And we beat the Heartbreak Express. You know the two gay guys with the pink? We beat them. And I had fun doing it, but at the end of the match, for some reason that I can't figure out, Rain Man, who I thought was a friend of mine, betrayed me. He turned on me and attacked me from behind. Now why he did that, I don't know.
Well, the Soul Assassin, Rain Man, not wasting any time, not waiting for Antonio Banks to finish what he had to say. He's going to start this fight with a bang. He's not going to wait for an opening bell. We don't need a referee necessarily. and they're not going to even start inside the ring. Rain Man taking the fight to Antonio Banks out on the floor, face first into the ring apron. Just going to work on Antonio Banks right at the feet of these fans.
We saw last night as I'm finally able to make my way back to the broadcast position. It looks like these guys are going to make it into the ring as well. Last night, Rain Man, the partner of Antonio Banks in his feud against the Heartbreak Express, able to pick up the victory over Sean and Phil Davis. But at the end of the match, Rain Man attacked Banks, hit that modified stunner. Antonio Banks still able to make the save for himself as he grabbed a chair and chased Rain Man to the back.
Wow, Antonio Banks just shrugging off all of these blows landed by Rain Man, not really having much of an effect. And Banks firing back. These two big guys are really going at it here.
Antonio Banks, the thug from Miami, the 305, representing his peeps here at FIP.
Oh, you need to really stop doing that kind of... You sound ridiculous when you say things like that. Rain Man begging for mercy as Banks firing away with forearms in the corner.
Gonna send him off into the buckle hard. Banks, 305. Running boot right to the face.
And I don't think Rain Man knows what area code he lives in.
The Dark City has its own area code, does it?
Dark City, I think it's somewhere near 66 Cornelia, Georgia, somewhere. But right now, it's Antonio Banks in full control of this matchup. The Dark City Street Cutter would be that modified stunner of sorts that he made reference to. But he was able to land, puts away many of his opponents. And no doubt he's going to be looking to hit that during the course of this contest.
Snapmare out on the floor by Banks. Driving the boot to the back of the head right by the guardrail. The fans here in Bushnell getting their first look at Antonio Banks and Rain Man. And they're witnessing a fight, not a wrestling match.
And thus far, it's been almost all Antonio Banks. Rain Man going to the ice, trying to get the advantage by any means necessary.
We saw that right from the outset as he jumped in before there was even a bell. Antonio Banks still cutting his interview before the start of the matchup. And Rain Man attacking him from behind. And now maybe the tide turning a bit in favor of the Soul Assassin on the floor.
Emperor's certainly flaring between these two men. Just choking away now. Trying to put him out with the sleeper. Going to the eyes again.
Referee giving these two an awful lot of leeway here on the outside, letting them go at it, these two big men.
Not much of a wrestling match, more just a fight here. Taking the action back inside.
Antonio Banks still hasn't even taken his jewelry off in a low blow.
I don't know why he wears jewelry to begin with. Rain Man just stalking his opponent right here as he drives the knee into the side of the head.
Series of knees from Rain Man to the face and head of Antonio Banks. He's gonna pitch him out to the floor one more time. Right back out to the floor it goes. These two guys, serious problems with one another. Doesn't look like anybody's interested in wins and losses here.
They're not all about trying to figure out who's the best, more skilled wrestler, scientific skills. No, it's more about who's the better fighter, who's the toughest guy here in FIP.
Who is gonna kick whose ass, yo?
That's basically what it comes down to. Yo.
Antonio Banks rearranging the furniture at ringside.
And the face of Rain Man.
Billy Dalton on the outside. Action right in the crowd here in Bushnell. Still to come, the main event. CM Punk.
Yeah, of course CM Punk is the main event. He's the headliner.
The showstopper?
No, he's just the headliner. And this is his final night in FIP. I know there's not going to be a dry eye in the house.
Stop me.
Streamers aplenty. Everyone, the whole locker room, no doubt, is going to celebrate with him in the ring at the end of tonight. And as we bid farewell to a man that's given us so many great memories. We're going to have some DVD extras celebrating CM Punk's career in the FIP.
We can see him with the girls dancing on the pole.
Yeah.
As these two guys continue to go at it, CM Punk, I was mentioning, taking on Roderick Strong in the main event here tonight. And Rain Man taking on the wall.
And that chair, and Antonio Banks still just dishing out the punishment. Vicious knee strikes. taking the action all over this building. Now back through the curtain they go.
They are coming to the ring by Mr. Dave Prazak. At a total combined weight of 421 pounds, they are the FIP Tag Team Champions of the World, Fast Eddie Vegas, Jimmy Rave, DP Associates.
That's right. That's right. You know all the DP Associates together.
Before I was so rudely interrupted earlier, I had a little something I wanted to say. So all of you, shut your mouths and listen up. So you do it again. I said shut your mouths and listen up.
Yeah. Shut up.
What I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, out of shape, Bushnell baboons
That's right.
to shut your mouths and get on your feet and listen to what a WWE superstar has to say. I am never coming back to this nothing happening town of Bushnell, but I'm here tonight. You better shut your mouth and go out and I'll shut it for you, sweetheart.
She said she has something else. It was kind of scary.
Tonight for one reason and one reason only, and that's to prove my superiority over the entire state of Florida. And I'm going to do that later here tonight against Roderick Strong. I'm going to do horrible things to him, and I'm going to beat him into a bloody pulp. And then when I get done with him, I'm going to march through that crowd, and I'm going to kick all your stinking teeth in.
Both of them.
Right now, the champs are going to take care of business, and I'm going to go in the back, and I'm going to get come down by 13 beautiful women. And of course, they're not all from Bushnell, because all you women here are fat and ugly and smell like hot garbage.
All right, time to give him back.
There you see the Full Impact Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship belts currently held by Fast Eddie Vegas and Jimmy Rave of DP Associates, with their manager, Mr. Dave Prazak, the president of DP Associates, on the outside of the ring, accompanied by Vice President and fake homeless crippled man, Milo Beasley, Mr. Milo Beasley, taking on the team of Sal Renaro and his mentor, Spanky. Billy Dalton calling for the bell, and we are underway here. Tag team titles on the line. The second ever title defense for DP Associates since winning that title back in April in Brandon in the tag team title tournament. Series of challenges that came together in the end. Their first successful defense in Crystal River back in June at Payback as they took on Roderick Strong and Jarrell Clark, one of the teams they defeated in the finals of that tournament in Brandon. Also taking on CM Punk and Don Juan of all people, as CM Punk figured he could take any wrestler in the locker room of FIP and lead them to greatness and tag team gold. However, Don Juan unable to keep up his end of the bargain, as it were. And it was Fast Eddie Vegas and Jimmy Rave, DP coming out on top in the end, as they usually do, to keep, win those tag team straps. But right now it's Sal Renaro and Spanky. Renaro in control with that front face lock. Fast Eddie, though, using his strength advantage to drive Renaro to the corner and make the tag after a chop to the chest. And in comes Jimmy Rave, the crown jewel of DP Associates. Hard right hand to the top of the head. Takes Renaro into the corner. Fires another right hand, nobody home. And an arm drag, nicely done by Renaro. Catches Rave coming out of the corner. Grabs that rear chin lock. Rave up to a knee, now to his feet. Renaro backs him into the corner, makes the tag to Spanky. Arm drag and twist. Side headlock takeover. Spanky controlling Rave in the center of the ring. Rave up to his feet, sends Spanky off the rope. Shoulder tackle, down goes Rave, covered by Spanky. Quick 2 count, Spanky right back to his feet. Hard shoulder tackle, again go, Rave down. Another near fall. Shoulder tackle and another quick cover. Spanky off the ropes. Shoulder tackle again, cover, hooks the leg. Off the ropes, shoulder tackle, down goes Rave. Another 2 count. Spanky off the ropes, down goes Rave. Hooks the leg. 2 count only, off the ropes. Spanky goes down and makes the tag, and so does Jimmy Rave. Fresh men in the ring. Series of near falls for Spanky, unable to put the champ away. Fast Eddie and Sal Renaro in there. Of course, it was back in Crystal River that Sal Renaro was attacked by DP Associates back at Payback. CM Punk and Samoa Joe attacking Sal Renaro after a 3-way dance between himself, Jay Fury, and Tony Mamaluke. Fortunately, Azrael and Colt Cabana made the save, as Sal Renaro was in a bad way. Sal and Spanky teaming together. Spanky sees a little bit of himself in Sal Renaro back at the early stage of his own career, wanting to give Sal some guidance as he makes his way through this sport, tries to make a name for himself here in FIP. Wants to offer him the wisdom of his experience throughout the years here in the pro wrestling world, and is very pleased with the student he has in Sal Renaro. As you see Eddie Vegas locking in that head scissor and doing some push-ups. Headstand by Renaro, frees himself from the hold, able to grab a side headlock. Nicely done. 2 count, but Vegas able to get the shoulder up. Of course, it was back at Sold Out in St. Petersburg in June that Spanky and Sal Renaro teamed with Azrael and Colt Cabana to defeat DP Associates of Samoa Joe, Fast Eddie, Jimmy Rave, and CM Punk. in that 8-man tag team main event. Shoulder block, and Sal cannot knock Eddie off his feet. Eddie says one more time, give it another shot. Sal doing a couple of Hindu squats, ready to go, off the ropes. Shoulder tackle, and Eddie won't budge. Sal wants Eddie to run the ropes, and instead he trips him up. Outsmarting Fast Eddie, he never saw it coming. Side headlock by Sal. Unorthodox tag, but Spanky makes his way in nonetheless. Full arm drag and twist. He goes right to work on Fast Eddie. Grabbing that side headlock one more time. Shoulder tackle, off the ropes he goes. Up and over Spanky. Nicely done, side headlock takeover. The challenger's doing a very good job of controlling the champs so far in the early going this matchup. Spanky off the ropes, shoulder tackle, down goes Eddie. Up and over goes Spanky. Off the ropes, leapfrog by Eddie. Hip toss blocked by Spanky and reversed. Hip toss of his own. And another side headlock takeover takes the man off his feet. Only able to get two. Razak on the outside claiming handful of hair. I didn't see it. Eddie backs Spanky to the corner. There's a handful of hair I see. Tag to Jimmy Rave. Right hand to the midsection. And a hard right to the top of the head. Snapmare takeover on Spanky. And Rave grabs a rear chin lock. Sourno trying to rally the crowd behind his partner. Keep your eye on Milo Beasley and Dave Prazak on the outside as always. Leapfrog by Rave. Side headlock takeover. Lightning quick by Spanky. Again, Prazak screaming, handful of hair. Tag to Sourno in the corner. And Renaro grabs a cravat on Jimmy Rave. Back heel trip. Rave down to a knee. Renaro hanging on to the cravat. Challengers have done a tremendous job of isolating the champions from their partner and doing a good job with quick tags, keeping the fresh man in the ring at all times. Rave able to make his way back to his feet. Renaro hanging onto the side headlock. Rave has a bit of a height advantage here, so it's not a very strong hold there. Shoulder tackle, Rave goes down surprisingly. Off the ropes, there's Milo Beasley grabbing the leg just long enough to distract Sal Renaro, and the lariat from behind wipes out Sal Renaro by Jimmy Rave. Rave's gonna fire him into the corner and unload with a right hand, making a pair. Now he's just driving the boot to the throat of Sal Renaro in the corner. Spanky had the official tied up. Finally, Billy Dalton able to make his way back to the corner and force the break. Had to know it was just a matter of time before either Dave Prazak or Milo Beasley made their presence felt in this matchup. And the tide may just have turned in the favor of the champions. Clubbing forearm to the back of the head. And another one to the back. Now just slapping Renaro in the face is Eddie. Close to the corner. Spanky reaching out for the tag, but Eddie drags Sal out of the corner. Hard chop to the chest. Picks Sal back up, sends him off the ropes. Elevates him up through the ceiling tiles. Sal Renaro up in the lights, literally here. And Eddie Vegas is so proud of himself. Hooks the leg, and Spanky in to break it up. Referee tied up, Jimmy Rave in the ring. No tag, of course. Referee asking if there was a tag. Obviously there wasn't. You didn't see it. But he's going to allow Jimmy Rave to maintain his control on Sal Renaro nonetheless.
Come on, Sal, baby!
Modified camel clutch by Rave. Renaro trying to turn his way out of the hold, alleviate some of the pressure here. Able to make it to a knee. The crowd rallying behind Sal Renaro as he fires away to the midsection. Handful of hair and down goes Renaro. Sal started to get a little momentum on his side, but Rave quickly put a stop to it. Snap suplex, nicely done. Cover, hooks the leg. Renaro able to kick out at 2. Eddie screaming he wanted a faster count. He must have heard how slow it was because I'm sure he didn't see it. Rave backs Renaro into the corner and makes the tag.
Get some order in here, referee!
Renaro crawling through the legs of Eddie. Almost able to make the tag to Spanky, but cut off by the elbow planted squarely in the back by Fast Eddie. Takes him over and asks for quiet as he drives the boot right to the back of Sal Renaro.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt you. My foot.
Renaro trying to crawl his way to the ropes. Unable to make it to his feet. Clubbing forearm to the back by Eddie. One face lock applied, cutting the ring in half, effectively done by the champs. Sal trying to fight his way out though. Marching his way back towards the corner. Close to making the tag. Rave in, there's the tag. Referee doesn't see it, he's putting Jimmy Rave out. Spanky in the ring. But Billy Dalton is getting Spanky out of the ring because he never saw the tag, and now Jimmy Rave is just going to work on Sal Renaro. Cover by Rave. Only able to get 2, Jimmy Rave is hot. No tag between Rave and Eddie, however, that one allowed to stand. Now he's just disrespecting Sal. Kicking away at the face, and Sal fires back. But Rave backs him into the corner. Tag to Eddie Vegas. Choking away at Renaro.
Come on, referee, get your head in the game!
Sal's been taking a lot of punishment here over the last few minutes. He has got to find a way to make the tag to Spanky. And again, Eddie just planting the boot on the back of the neck. Brazak and Beasley at ringside, not getting involved for now. And there you see Dave Brazak, as usual, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong, choking out Sal Renaro. Cover by Eddie. Able to get his foot on the ropes. Another cover by Eddie. Near fall, Renaro kicks out. Picks Renaro back up and fires a forearm shot that staggers him to the center of the ropes. Fires him off. Renaro goes behind. Using the ropes to his advantage, able to hit that crossbody. More like a moonsault press coming out of the corner as he ran up the turnbuckles. But can he get over to make the tag? Both men able to make the tag. It's now Raven Spanky who fires a forearm shot, knocking Eddie to the floor. And a series of right hands on Jimmy Rave. Sends him to the ropes. Leaping forearm shot to the top of the head, knocks him down. Rave pops back up. Back elbow knocks him down one more time. Leg lariat takes Rave off his feet. And Spanky has taken control of this matchup for the challengers. Reversal by Rave. Sets too soon. Neckbreaker by Spanky. Cover! Only able to get two. Picks Rave back up. Reversal coming out of the corner. Spanky up and over. Rolls him up. 2 count again. Rave able to kick out. Spanky sets him in the corner one more time. Sends him to the buckle. Charges in. Up and over. Spanky to the apron, dropping down and snapping the throat of Jimmy Rave on the top rope. Springboard sunset flip. Fast Eddie's hanging on. The ref breaks it up. Running knee strike to the face. That's got to be it. Covered by Rave. And Renaro breaks it up. Eddie in, putting the boots to Renaro. Both those men back on the apron. Tag from Rave to Fast Eddie now. Sets the knee up. And Jimmy Rave drives Spanky's midsection across the knee of Fast Eddie, but only able to get 2. The champion's now back in control. Snap suplex by Eddie, and he hangs on. Second snap suplex, and again he hangs on. Fisherman neckbreaker, hooks the leg. And Spanky again able to kick out at 2.5. But now it's Spanky who has absorbed the punishment and needs to make the tag. Up across the shoulders. Spanky able to land on his feet, makes the tag. Shoulder block to the midsection on Eddie by Renaro. Up and over, leaping forearm to the top of the head, covered by Renaro. 2.5. Forearm shot by Sal. Sends Eddie to the buckle. Caught coming in with a boot from Vegas. Ducks the clothesline. Nails a backbreaker. Rolls him up. 2.5 again. Sal Renaro less than half a count away from winning the FIP Tag Team title. Blind tag by Jimmy Rave. Gonorrhea! Cover! And Spanky makes the save. All 4 men in the ring.
Gotta catch him from the side anyway.
Spanky sent to the floor, and now Rave left alone in the ring with Sal Renaro. Off the ropes goes Sal. Reversal into it. Cutter there. Makes the tag. Spanky in the ring. Super kick on Rave. Fast Eddie. Side Russian leg sweep. Folds him in half. 4 shots from Sal on Eddie. Off the ropes. Beasley grabs him by the legs. Marlo Beasley drags him to the floor. Eddie's got the title belt. Fast Eddie has the belt. They got Spanky set up. Drops down and Jimmy Rave gets creamed with the belt. Drop kick by Spanky. Has him set up. Slice bread number 2 on Jimmy Rave. We got new tag team champions.
Associates. I want to winner of this match.
Referee Jim Brad calls for the bell, and we are underway here for the Full Impact Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Lenny Leonard, I'm not going to let things distract me from my goals here in Full Impact Pro. The tag team title situation will resolve itself in the future. We'll get those titles back around our waist, but you heard it here first, Lenny Leonard. As if you couldn't tell already from what took place at the end of that last matchup, You heard it here first. Fast Eddie has been fired from DP Associates. He didn't do his job in that matchup, and he is now no longer a part of my organization. But I'm going to stay on track. I'm going to stay focused. I want the FIP heavyweight title off the waist of either Homicide, or if Tony Mamaluke can win it tonight, I want the winner of this match next time we're here in this town. I want the heavyweight title in my camp.
Well, this is a very important matchup for Homicide, not just since it is an FIP heavyweight title matchup, but if he is able to win this match, he is going to ensure that he makes it to the big Year 1 bash next month in September as FIP heavyweight champion for 1 straight year.
Yeah, bring your own beer, bring your own title belts. Hopefully Homicide will do that, or Tony Mamaluke if he's able to win it here tonight, because the belt is coming to my camp. And as a matter of fact, you're titling these shows Heatstroke because I'm sweating bullets in this building. Bring a fan next time, maybe some air conditioning.
Bring a fan, we got 300 fans right here in the
I'm
middle of the
talking about
building.
the kind that's gonna cool me off, man.
Oh, the kind that are gonna stop you from sweating through 3 shirts in one show?
Yes. Get me some ice water.
Mamaluke dragging Homicide out of the ropes, able to get a near fall there. Nicely done. Homicide thought he was going to be able to get out of the hole by making it to the ropes. Before the referee could force the break, though, Mamaluke able to drag him to the center of the ring and get a quick 2 count. Homicide backed into the corner.
Well, Tony Mamaluke's an excellent submission wrestler. I think he might have what it takes to take that title off of Homicide, and then easy pickings for us to take it from Tony Mamaluke next month.
Homicide is the kind of guy, though, he can match style for style with anybody he gets in the ring with. That's sort of the trademark of the notorious 187. Well, that and your favorite, his 187 stick-up kids. Sort of the trademark of Homicide in that he can wrestle any style with any opponent. He can adapt himself to whoever he's in the ring with. Whether it's a submission wrestler like Tony Mamaluke, a high flyer like a Jarrell Clark, a hard hitter like a Roderick Strong or a Steve Madison. You know, it doesn't matter who he gets in the ring with. He is able to adapt his style to whoever he is in there facing for the FIP heavyweight title. And that is what has made him such a successful champion over the last year here in FIP.
And that is why I'm rooting for Tony Mamaluke in this matchup. Because I realize how hard it is to take that belt away from Homicide.
You're a tad bitter after that title
I need
loss.
belts! I need belts! And I don't have the tag titles anymore.
Side headlock by Homicide, able to reverse that hold. Taking control on the challenger is the champ. Of course, last night in Crystal River, on night 1 of the Heatstroke event, Tony Mamaluke able to submit James Gibson right in the center of the ring. Tremendous back and forth matchup. Both men never really able to gain that clear-cut advantage, and then at the end, it was Tony Mamaluke able to lock in that sleeper and knock out pretty much James Gibson and pick up that submission win.
Hopefully he'll do the very same thing with Homicide here tonight. Yeah, taking him down. Go after that arm.
Figure 4 armbar right there. Trying to soften up that left arm so he can lock in that cross arm breaker later on.
Are you prepared for the emotional ending of this evening's show, Lenny Leonard? CM Punk's final night in FIP.
Well, when you see the Kool-Aid smile wiped off my face.
Where's Kool-Aid? Is it really cold? Is it gonna nourish me? Is it refresh me, maybe? Where is it? I don't see it. Is it a concession stand? Maybe I should take a break.
No, I don't believe we have Kool-Aid at the concession stand, but I understand they have pickles and lollipops for the ladies.
Ooh, blow pops for the ladies. He's keeping control of Homicide's arm down on the canvas, softening him up. I like it.
Still controlling that arm, though, is Mamaluke. All the while, Homicide able to get a near fall. Look at the strength of Homicide, though, lifting him up, but unable to take him over. Sunset flip. 2 count only. Rolling cradle. And Homicide in trouble right now as he goes right to the arm. Mamaluke quickly escaping and going right back to the arm.
You know, I prefer that one of my men go after Tony Mamaluke next time, but, you know, I don't really care who wins this match. I'm just a casual observer, because all I know is, regardless of who walks away with the title tonight, the FIP heavyweight title, will be in my camp before too long.
Homicide able to turn him over and get him on his back, but only able to get a quick near fall. But able to get his foot on the ropes and force Mamaluke to let go of that left arm.
As long as the incompetent Jim Bragg is not the official in that title match.
Will you let it go, man?
I'll never let that go. I want that belt.
Use any belt at this point.
Shut up. Homicide to the second.
He's going for that tornado DDT. Mamaluke slipped out. Instead gets caught with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Nice job by the champion. The first move of his choice, unable to be executed, still turned it into his advantage, able to hit that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Well, I hear there's a cow palace here in Bushnell. I'd like to visit that sometime.
Ray Shire used to promote there, I heard.
In Bushnell? Really? Seated version of an abdominal stretch applied by Homicide, looking to wear Mamaluke down.
Rolls him up, has him on his shoulders. Only able to get two, but still hanging on to the hold is the Homicide. The notorious 187 Homicide.
I know it's getting hot in here, but please try to form perfect sentences, man.
Do my best, Mr. Prazak. How's Mr. Milo Beasley doing after that title event?
He's doing perfectly fine. He's still fulfilling his duties as vice president of DP Associates. And he has many duties, trust me.
He said duties. Driving him into the corner is Homicide, chop to the chest. And a hard right hand knocks Mamaluke between the ropes. Forearm clubbing blow across the chest. Hooks the leg, very close to the ropes though. Mamaluke able to kick out.
Come on, Mamaluke. Take that title.
For someone who doesn't have an interest in who wins this matchup, you're rooting pretty hard for Tony Mamaluke.
I just know how hard it is to get a belt off of Homicide. CM Punk, well, he was successfully able to win the title for a little while, but it was so difficult to legally pin him in the middle of the ring. I mean,
to take it out of his bag in the locker room in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Mamaluke firing back. He's still in this matchup. Get on your feet, man.
Homicide with Mamaluke in the corner. Looking to the crowd.
That chick with the big boobs needs to sit down. She's getting very distracting. Into the buckle, chest first, goes Tony Mamaluke.
Catches Homicide coming in and drives him shoulder first to the ring post. That left arm, that already damaged left arm, hits the post, and again Mamaluke sends Homicide hard into the steel ring post.
I like chest first better than shoulder first. She can stand back up at any time. Belly to back, damage to the arm.
Had that arm in hammerlock position and drove him right down to the mat. And there's the cross arm breaker. Right in the center of the ring, Mamaluke has it locked in.
I think Homicide's gonna tap right here. I think we're gonna have a title change.
Tony Mamaluke with it locked in right in the middle of the ring. And now with the head scissors as well. Cutting the oxygen off to Homicide at the same time, doing damage to the arm. Homicide's in a bad way here. Has to find a way to make it to the ropes. And he does.
Come on. Lock it back in. Pull him to the center. Lock it right back in.
Last night, Homicide successful in defending the FIP title in a tough matchup against Steve Madison with his insurance policy, Eric Stevens at ringside.
Quite the insurance policy he is.
Mamaluke up on the ropes. Tornado divorce court.
Holding onto the arm.
Right back to the hammerlock.
Yeah.
With the bridge.
Come on, tap Homicide.
Right in the center of the ring, Mamaluke with the hammerlock and the bridge applied. Nowhere for Homicide to go here.
Give it up, man. And imagine Tony Mamaluke trying to defend the title against Samoa Joe.
Bafangul.
Against maybe Adam Pearce, Jimmy Rave, hell, any of my men.
Oh, Homicide threw a chop with that left hand, and look at how much pain he's in.
Oh yeah, he's a genius. Try to chop him with that arm.
And now Mamaluke just unloading with a series of kicks. Homicide up, catches the leg dragon screw.
Back to your feet, Mamaluke.
Homicide able to buy himself some time here.
He needs to get back to his feet, keep fighting. You can't allow Homicide to regroup at all. He's got that cat arm.
Fortunately, Homicide throws that lariat with the right arm. However, he gets caught coming in. Handful of tights. Mama Luke sends him face first to the second buckle and now tries to lock in the Fujiwara armbar.
What do you mean, fortunately? Homicide, it's not a good thing if he hits the lariat.
It's fortunate for Homicide.
Come on, tap, tap. He's gonna tap. Get in there, Ref.
Jim Bragg right there checking on Homicide. Able to make it to his feet. But Mama Luke hanging onto the arm. Rolls him up.
No, not able to keep his shoulders down.
But nails him with the belly to back as they made their way to the ropes. Homicide hanging on to the waist while Mama Luke had the arm and hit the belly to back, dropping the challenger right on the back of his head.
Why is he laying down on the job? Get up, Mama Luke.
Because he just had his brain scrambled back.
That's not an excuse. Get up, keep fighting. Get on Homicide.
Homicide able to make it to his knees. Mama Luke having trouble getting up. But it's Mama Luke up first. Right hand blocked by Homicide. Firing away with a series of right hands. Staggers the challenger and sends him off the ropes. Back body drop. Mama Luke hits the ankle. Damn is hard. And a back elbow knocks him down.
Needs to fire back here. Yeah, reverse that Irish whip.
Homicide off the ropes.
Oh, thank God for the rope.
Mama Luke able to get his foot on that second rope. Break up the pinfall attempt. The Ace Crusher might have had him beat right there. But could we see?
He needs to get right back on that arm. Right on that arm.
Could we see the lariat?
Could we see a title change?
We already did.
I hope.
The last match, remember?
Don't remind me about that. It's all about the heavyweight title now.
Driving that head into the armpit. Spinebuster by Homicide. And Mama Luke able to kick out at 2 3/4.
Come on, he's just laying down. Get up, get up. Homicide stupidly not following up. Giving him time to regroup. Yeah, get up, Mama Luke.
Jim Bragg right there telling Homicide it was only 2.
It'd be a count of 5, the referee would say it was 2. Come on, get up.
Mama Luke knocked down hard. Homicide again trying to get some feeling back in that left arm. Cross arm breaker and 2 shots to the steel ring post. Rendered that arm pretty close to useless here. Homicide though. Powerbomb, full press. But Mama Luke goes right back to the arm.
Yeah, hold on to it. Tap, tap, Homicide.
Mama Luke cranking down on the armbar. Homicide though close to the ropes. I don't know if he realizes how close he is. Mama Luke does though, and he's trying to drag him back to the center of the ring.
Nicely done by Mama Luke. Hold on to that arm.
Homicide though up to his feet. Mama Luke refusing to let go of that arm. Homicide with a one-arm punch, looking at a powerbomb. Able to free himself from the hold. But how much does he have left in that left arm?
Not much, not much. Mama Luke struggling back to his feet.
Wear and tear starting to show on both these athletes. Homicide ducks the right. Goes behind. Rolls him up.
Look out.
Has the octopus applied.
Hang in there, hang in there.
He used this last night to beat Steve Madison.
Come on, Mama Luke. Don't tap out.
Hammerlock applied. Pressure on the elbow as well as the back of the neck. Mama Luke tries to roll out, but he gets caught. And he got him.
I got business to tend to.
Where are you going? Get back here. Homicide successfully defends the FIP heavyweight title.
And still, FIP heavyweight champion of the world, Homicide.
taking on the master of the backbreaker, Roderick Strong.
You know what to do.
Punk with my partner Dave Prazak on the outside. Now I know why he was in such a hurry to leave the broadcast booth a few moments ago at the end of the FIP heavyweight title matchup.
What's next mean?
Obviously still upset at DP Associates losing the tag team championships earlier this evening to Sal Renaro and Spanky. Prazak obviously has his sights now set on the FIP heavyweight title, still controlled by the notorious 187 Homicide. And CM Punk is somehow shocked that these fans are not behind him and would rather cheer for Roderick Strong. Punk going to work on the arm of Roderick. Cartwheel by Strong and a reversal, nicely done. Punk still yet to take his ring jacket off. Apparently he did not get the memo that there's no air conditioning in the building here in Bushnell. That or he has not looked at the shirt of Dave Prazak for quite some time. Nice reversal by Punk into an arm drag. Celebrating with the referee Jim Bragg. Punk very proud of himself, and Jackie Fargo wants his gimmick back.
Slap him one time. You won't know what to do.
Pair of high fives for Dave Prazak on the outside. In what is supposedly, and I say supposedly because we all know that CM Punk, not a man of his word, supposedly CM Punk's last night here in Full Impact Pro Wrestling. Of course, we heard that back in June at Sold Out and Payback. So forgive me, Mr. Punk, if I am a tad dubious of your claims to never wrestle in FIP again after this evening. Side headlock by Punk. As Roderick right in the center of the ring. Jim Bragg looking on out of the corner. Crowd getting behind Roderick here. Sends Punk off the ropes, drop down, Punk up and over. Leapfrog by Strong. Strong off the ropes, leapfrog by Punk. And a deep arm drag by Strong, making a pair. And Punk's gonna go to the floor. Prazak on the outside with Punk. Talking a little strategy. Join with the fans in the front row. Oh, he did not pull his hair. No one in the building saw a hair pull but Dave Prazak. Jim Bragg administering the count. Punk still on the outside.
Hey, son, you're in Bushnell. Sumter County.
Finally, Punk looking to make his way back into the ring.
Sumter County.
Of course, last night at Heatstroke Night 1 in Crystal River, CM Punk, with a little help from his friends, able to defeat Ace Steel, his former trainer from back at the Steel Domain in Chicago. The man who got him started in the business.
Who is here, Brad?
Punk wanted one last matchup with his former teacher, and he was able to come out on top. Finally now taking the ring jacket off to choke Roderick with it in the corner. Using every bit of that 5 count from Jim Bragg. Chop to the chest by Punk. Forearm shot to the chin. Another chop to the chest in the corner. And Roderick fires back. Punk and Strong exchanging chops, and Strong getting the better of it. on Dream Street. Strong nailing with that forearm into the corner. Now he's going to rain down some right hands. Inverted atomic drop from Punk. Climbs the ropes. Caught with an inverted atomic drop of his own. Knife edge chop viciously takes him off his feet for a near fall. Strong grabs a rear chin lock. Punk with the height advantage on Strong. Strong maybe a bit of a strength advantage. But CM Punk with the cardiovascular conditioning unparalleled to anybody in this business right now. The longer this match goes, you have to figure the better it is for CM Punk. So if you're Roderick Strong, you're going to want to end this and end this quickly. Strong off the ropes. Punk drops down. Ducks the clothesline. Crossbody from Strong. Only able to get two. Punk right back up and runs into a side headlock takeover.
Keep your shoulder up,
Jim Bragg checking the shoulders pretty closely before administering the count. Punk able to get that shoulder up at two. Handful of tights.
No!
Only able to get one. Roderick. Again, a handful of tights by Punk. Another near fall. Roderick trying to slow Punk down. Take the bigger man off his feet and eliminate that height advantage.
Come on, Punk. Work your way out of it.
Cranks down in that side headlock. Punk to his knees, now to his feet. Gonna back Strong into the corner. Jim Bragg in there looking for the clean break. Punk slow to get out of the corner. Drives the shoulder to the midsection. Charges in the corner and runs into a boot. Side headlock takeover again. Strong controlling CM Punk right in the center of the ring. Of course, Dave Prazak, since buying the New Dawn from acquiring the New Dawn from CM Punk,
Shoulder up, Punk.
now has his sights set on the FIP heavyweight champion Homicide, saying he wants one of his men to get a shot next month at the big Year One Bash. You gotta wonder who it would be. Will it be Samoa Joe, Adam Pearce, Jimmy Rave? Who is gonna get that shot at the FIP heavyweight champion Homicide? Punk out on the floor again, conferring with Prazak, trying to buy a little time here on the outside. And hearing it from the crowd here in Bushnell. Again, Punk claiming a hair pull, as is Prazak. Of course he didn't pull the hair. He is, however, going to slingshot Punk back into the ring. Right back into a side headlock takeover. Sound strategy here from Roderick Strong. Controlling CM Punk on the mat. Punk again able to get to his knees as Roderick cranks down on the side headlock. Back to his feet goes CM Punk. Backs Roderick to the ropes and sends him off. Prazak though a handful of foot. Distracts Roderick just long enough to run into the knee to the midsection. And a second time. Make it a third. CM Punk driving all of the oxygen out of the midsection of Roderick Strong. Prazak able to distract Strong just long enough to give Punk the advantage. And Punk now capitalizing it with a series of kicks. And now driving Strong out to the floor. Oh, watch out for Prazak on the outside. CM Punk in the corner with the referee, allowing Dave Prazak to go to work on Roderick Strong. And Punk is so full of himself, he makes me sick. God, I can't wait for him to leave. Forearm shots from Strong. Springboard shoulder block from the outside in. Strong back to his feet first, but gets caught by Punk. Handful of tights, driving him face first to the second buckle. Now just stepping on the throat. As Jim Bragg slowly counts to 5. Picks Strong back up, fires him off the ropes. Abdominal stretch by CM Punk. As the crowd tries to rally behind Roderick Strong. Prazak on the apron. Giving a helping hand to CM Punk. Jim Bragg out of position. Yeah, just fixing the apron. Helpful as always, I'm sure. Once again, Prazak now reaching up. Extra added emphasis on that abdominal stretch. Punk with it cinched in. Roderick right in the center of the ring. He's got to find a way to either make it to the ropes or turn his body somewhat to alleviate some of the pressure and allow himself to slip out. But he is getting worn down here by CM Punk. Trying to hip toss his way out, Punk puts on the brakes. Strong with a burst of energy, but runs right into the knee of CM Punk. Strong ran up the buckles, trying to go for that crossbody out of the corner. Punk put on the brakes and sat down, allowing Roderick to crash, stomach first, right across the knee and the thigh. Hard elbow off the ropes. Only able to get 2. And now the body scissors applied by CM Punk. Again, trying to sap the oxygen out of Roderick Strong. Fans again trying to rally behind Roderick Strong, who rolls back, pinning predicament. Near fall by Strong, Punk ducks the elbow. Oh, look at this guy. I swear, I will personally drive him to Louisville. Knee to the midsection, make it 2. Now he's just gonna fire Roderick out to the floor, and once again, Prazak on the outside. Chopping away at Roderick Strong. There's something funny about that.
Hey. Ugly.
Punk now firmly in command, looking to suplex Roderick from the outside in. Roderick puts on the brakes. Fire away at the midsection. Shoulder block. Sunset flip from the outside in. Punk able to break it up. And a clothesline cuts him off. Short burst of energy from Roderick Strong there. CM Punk able to cut him off. Now just going to drive the knee to the small of the back while cranking down on that rear chin lock. Jim Bragg right there asking Roderick if he wants to give it up. Roderick to his knees, make it to his feet. Elbow to the midsection. Off the ropes. And again, Punk drives the knee to the midsection of Roderick Strong, and he is, as usual, oh, so pleased with himself. Kick to the back. Kick to the chest. Cover by Punk. Strong able to kick out. Very cocky look on the face of CM Punk. Everything going his way right now. Drives the boot between the shoulder blades. And again, sending Strong out to the apron. Fans getting on Prazak at ringside as Punk drags Strong back into the ring. Off the ropes. Going for the abdominal stretch again. Right in the center of the ring this time. Nowhere for Strong to go. CM Punk locking it in. Jim Bragg right there checking on Roderick. Refusing to give it up. And again, the crowd trying to get behind Roderick. Going for the hip toss, Punk blocks it. Roderick ducks the clothesline and runs into a sleeper. Sleeper hold by Punk might be a very effective maneuver at this point in the match, as he has been working over the ribs and the stomach of Roderick Strong, trying to sap him of his oxygen, and this hold might be a very effective maneuver at this point in the match. Roderick has been worn down for about 7 or 8 minutes here, and now Punk has the sleeper locked in, but Strong shoves him up and reverses into a sleeper of his own. Punk goes behind and sends him off the ropes. Sleeper hold, chin breaker by Strong. But only stuns Punk momentarily, who goes right back to the hold.
Hold on to it, Punk.
Punk with it locked in. Jim Bragg checking the arms. That's 2. One more time, and this match is going to be over. But Strong is able to hang on. This kid has still got some fight left in him. And he makes his way back to his feet, fire away in the midsection. Off the ropes. Sleeper hold by Punk, belly to back. Punk went for the sleeper one more time, and Roderick Strong was able to hit the belly to back suplex and drop Punk right on the back of his head. Both men down here. Punk able to make it to his knees and now his feet. Strong in the corner, slumped. Trying to use the ropes to get back up. Finally he does. And hits a right hand on the top of the head. Make it 3. Sends Punk off the ropes. Hard elbow knocks him down. Takes him over with the honor. Go behind him for that half Nelson backbreaker. Punk puts on the brakes and gets his teeth drop kicked right out of his mouth. Crossbody to the floor, up and over with the Pescado. Roderick Strong just wiped out CM Punk on the floor. Jim Bragg out checking on the condition of both men. Back in the ring to try and start the count. Roderick's gonna fire Punk in. Cover by Strong. Doesn't hook the leg and only gets 2. Has Punk up on his shoulders. Looking to hit that lung blower, but Punk puts on the brakes and sends him off the ropes. Sets a little too soon. Moveset flip. Only able to get 2. And a clothesline knocks Roderick down hard. Punk climbing to the top. Pull your pants up, man. Slam off the top. And a finger to the eyes. Thank you. But runs right into Roderick and able to drive the knees to the chest. Strong off the ropes. Running kick to the face. He's got him here. Cover. 2.5. Punk able to dig down and kick out at 2.5. As Prizak breathes a sigh of relief on the floor. Roderick needs to follow up. Low blow. Prizak had the ref distracted. Mule kick from Punk. Spear. Cover by Punk. Only able to get 2.
Come on, Punk.
Roderick to his knees, Punk backs to the corner. Charges, Strong moves out of the way, and Jim Bragg gets wiped out. Strong's got Punk beaten, there's no ref. Roderick Strong has CM Punk beat, and Jim Bragg is almost unconscious in the corner. Jim Bragg was just wiped out. Punk from behind. Belly to back. Cover, no, not like this. And Roderick Strong kicks out. Jim Bragg comes to just in the nick of time to count the fall, but Roderick kicks out, and now Prizak's in the ring. Punk just slapping Strong in the face. Off the ropes. Yeah, Prizak gets wiped out. Rolls him up. Jim Bragg down. He got him. Roderick Strong has just pinned CM Punk. For Dave Prizak and the rest of Full Impact Pro Wrestling, I'm Lenny Leonard, and we'll see you at the Big Year One Bash.